Yo, what is up guys? Sandy Beans here. Hope you're having an extra saucy day today. And today I got a pretty good story for you guys, but before we get into this video, let's click that like button, see how many likes we can get before the video even starts. And yeah, let's get right into the video. So, this actually didn't happen that long ago, and it happened, I'd say, down the road from me or something like that. And a robbery took place. There's this pretty massive house, and it was always hidden behind trees. You could only see it if you went down the driveway or you went between some back roads. And yeah, it was a pretty huge house, one of the bigger ones I've seen in my life. And there was an old couple that lived there. They're about in their late 70s, late 60s, something like that. And they're pretty loaded. They got some moolah on their hands. And there was one day where they were sleeping, having a good time, enjoying themselves. And that night, two people decided to invade their house with guns. So what happened was they were sleeping, and these two dudes decided to break into their house. Don't know exactly how. Probably through a window or something, or maybe they have some ties to them and they had a key or something. But they got into the house and they made a noise. So when they made that noise, the husband went down to check it out. And when the husband went down and he saw these two masked men, they pointed guns at him and they tied him up in a chair and put something in his mouth so he couldn't say anything. After a little bit of time, the wife decided to go down and check what was going on. She was tiptoeing, making sure that nobody could hear her just in case something bad happened. And she looked around the corner and she saw two masked men with guns. They were actually hitting her husband. So she was like, oh shit, what am I going to do here? I'm not going to go run in. I'm Mrs. 70-year-old woman with not the most strength in the world, so I'm going to run away. And that is exactly what she did. That's probably the greatest move, honestly. Wouldn't have wanted to fight with some people with guns. So she took her phone and she ran into the pool house. And as she was going into the pool house, she made sure to be very quiet. And she heard the faint grunts of her husband as they hit him because they were trying to find the safe, get all the money, and yeah, just trying to steal some stuff because, robbers being robbers. While she was in the pool house, they started loading stuff up into their car, and she just called the police in the pool house. After a little bit of time, the cops finally arrived, but when they arrived, the robbers weren't there because the robbers loaded up everything they needed because they knew there was a wife there and they saw that she wasn't in the room or in the house anymore. So they just took what they could and they dipped. And when the cops got there, they saw the husband tied up and he was kind of beat a little bit and he wasn't in the greatest shape. It could have been a lot worse, but it wasn't too bad. And the wife, she just didn't know what happened because it was dark at night. She knew that her husband was getting beaten up by robbers, but that's all she knew. The husband couldn't really see much either because they were wearing masks, dark clothing, and it all happened so quickly. But here's the funny thing. So you probably think that these robbers just got away with all their goodies. But no. So the robbers were driving away in their not so suspicious car, and no one really knew where they went or what their car looked like. So they were driving, and in the town over from mine, well, not really the town over, but like a little area over, I guess, they decided to roll a stop sign, and that was one of the greatest mistakes of their life, if I say so, because that's how they got pulled over. They got caught because they rolled a stop sign with all that shit in their car, not because they beat up some guy, invaded their house, took all their shit, and caused a scene, but because they rolled a stop sign. So for all you potential robbers out there, be a good driver, don't roll a stop sign. And yeah, that was today's video. Hope you enjoyed it. Like what you see around here, click that like button, click that subscribe button, click the bell so you always know when a video is posted. Leave some feedback on what you'd like to see in the future, maybe the music in the background, maybe if you don't like music in the background, what kind of game you want to see in the background. But yeah, hope you guys have an extra saucy day like I said before, and see you guys.